And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Me, Duke CT, back with you once again. And here we are, once again, talking about Vinny Mac. You know, it's not really a surprise or anything else. Talking about Vince and, all this stuff that's going on and just, you know, all the things. I mean, just remember that he, all the stuff about what he did and all the other things. He wants to make mistakes and move on, and all these other things that he should have been held accountable for, but was not really held accountable for, paying off all of his sexual deviances and with company money, all that type of stuff. And, you know, all the other things that are slowly happening that fans have been dreading for. The dread of it. And I just look at all of these things and I just sit back and I sit there looking. It's not really surprising. It's not really surprising that this man is still going to be. And yet fans are trying to cope, trying to do all the side coping and everything else. And I am sick of it. I am sick of this type of the coping and all the things that are begging and all the stuff. They're like, oh, come on, man, tribulation. Oh my gosh, he's cooked. No, the show is over. It's done. Vince is back in control. He's gonna be here, and you can tell when you look at this right here. Night of King of the Ring pre-event. The King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring premium live event has been rebranded as right now the WE next Saudi Arabian based premium live event, Night of Champions. That's what it's called, Night of Champions. And yeah, because it will be right there in Saudi Arabia. So all the belts will be on the line, right? All the championship belts on the line. So that pretty much means, ladies and gentlemen, Sammy and Kevin Owens' championship reign is going to be over by WWE Backlash. It's over. You're going to have the WWE Backlash. That's going to go back to because Sammy and Kevin does not want to, work in Saudi Arabia. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Because people were cheering for him. They do like Sammy. The fan base does like Sammy, so maybe this will be he might show up. That could happen. Who knows? But I'm betting I given an 80 to 95% that he's their championship run is over, and we're gonna be right back to the bloodline holding all the belts again, and Roman having over 1,000 days, and then maybe Cody getting another shot, which is just so goddamn pathetic. And I'm like, it's too late. It's too late, ladies and gentlemen. It's too late in the day. And now, when I look at this, not only that, but you know, all the other things that the King of the Ring is not going to be, probably not going to be on the show. It's already been gone. And the Queen of the Ring, which, by the way, I love the fact they had the Queen of the Ring. They were building up, and I love the fact they used Charlotte's voice. I remember for promo of it, and she was nowhere near the tournament. Nowhere. And I love Selena Vega. She is the personality, all that stuff, and she's great. But come on now, come on now, come on. It was Charlotte Flair should have been the first queen in the ring, or set up like she does it and build up someone else. She ain't gonna be there forever. Why not have Piper Niven or y'all Dewdrop or whatever she was called, or maybe Selena Vega. I don't know, but it was wrong to me. That was stupid and wrong to not have her be a part of that tournament. It just bothers me when then you're still using her voice to say "Oh hell to the queen" when using a tournament, and yet she's nowhere near the tournament. That bothers me. That just really is just this fake, stupid type of you know on that type of deception and everything. I don't like that, and it's gonna keep getting worse. And I feel bad for the guys and gals there, but you knew what they were going into. Vince is there. And I like the fact that he did sign a not like, oh, non harassment policy. Ooh, they got him now. No, they won't. It's a company that just let Dana White slap his wife multiple times. And yeah, he's like his. I gotta look this up one more time. I gotta see this. Let's see, because I need to, because I remember. Yeah, he wasn't punished. Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I found the stuff here. Where is it? If I can find, let's see if I can. Right here. Oh, here's the response of all these things. What should the consequences be? You tell me. I take 30 days off. How does that hurt me? I told you guys when we're going through COVID can last 10 years. I can set out what would be the problem. It's like COVID, actually. Me leaving hurts the company, hurts my employees, hurts the fighters. It doesn't hurt me. I could have left in 2016, he continued. Do I need to reflect? No, I don't need to reflect. Next morning, when I wake up, you know what I mean? I've been against this. I've owned this, and I'm telling you that I'm wrong. But listen, we've had because internally with Ari, ESPN, nobody's happy. Nobody's happy about this. Neither am I. But it happened. They have to deal with it. What's my punishment? Here's my punishment. I get to walk around forever how I like, but it's 10.4 years or not 12 years, and this is how I am labeled now. My other punishment is that I'm sure a lot of people, whether it be media, fighters, friends, acquaintances who have respect for me, might not have respect for me now. There's a lot of things that I'm going to have to deal with the rest of my life that are way more of a punishment than what I take a 30-day or 60-day absence. That's no punishment for me. The punishment is that I did it and now I have to deal with it. Holy crap. There it is. That's such of a woo. There it is. And this person is right there, buddy with Vinnie Mac with his Endeavor and WWE contract. Isn't that fun? I'm not going to keep reminding you this stuff because these are the people, you got to keep reminding. I got to keep your head, knocking there. Like, this is the stuff that these Aaron Emanuel and everything else who, he talked all big and bad, like saying all the stuff about, Kyrie Irving and his stuff on Instagram. What he linked to that stuff here. He talked about Kanye. He talked about what Kanye and all this, the crazy, all the stuff he was saying about Jewish people. He had words to say, but when this, with Aaron Emanuel and then Vince McMahon and stuff, all the smoke he had, he was silent. He is silent without this. And this is the cult of continuing, not the cult of non-consequences of these people who just believe there's no consequences for these actions. It's and I want to continue this whole Vinnie Mac is back stuff. The Vinnie Mac is back, and he has a great people right here once again. This here, they have WE and Endeavor and UFC. They fit perfectly. They fit so well, don't they, ladies and gentlemen? They fit well with each other, and that is what it is. It's not surprising, and there's still and people will be like, well, maybe he did learn his lessons. And I sit there like, no, he has not learned a lesson. There have never been, there is no punishment for people like Vince McMahon, Dana White, and the people who's supposed to hold him accountable are usually quiet or they are just forgotten about. This is the issue, and it will never, and I honestly believe it will never change because people in this country for a reason, and we all know the reason why. They, some men, mostly white men, get away with goddamn murder, are just harassing and destroying lives and everything else under the sun, and they get pass after pass, and it's sickening and it's disturbing. But yet, you have all the culture warriors, and we can call it out to the cows come home. But until there is punishment for these people, until there is actually punishment, there's not going to be any real recourse. There's not going to be any real, oh, we finally got him. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But that's just it, and I have this sickening, and I hate the one thing I actually hate about all of this is that the fans, when he comes back, these same people who will, the same people who were talking all this smoke about everything else, the same damn people who are like, oh, we're not gonna, everything else. You know what they do? They're gonna be right there saying, "Thank you, Vince," and they're gonna be doing. Secondly, gonna be like, well, giving like, sitting around, basically doing this hot, like being a hot potato, saying, "Is Vince there? Is Vince not there? He's here or not? He's here or not?" Waiting to see their scripts getting ripped apart and everything else sitting there immediately. I'm like, I mean, this is what you're gonna do. This is your fandom, well, fandom, fandom is short for fanatic. And well, there probably, you have to be a fanatic to basically still be a WWE's fan base and such. Like I said, I haven't watched a full Raw in years, and I'm happy. I haven't watched a full SmackDown in that same time period over years. I see bits and pieces. I haven't seen full NXT since probably 2018. Yeah, I got off the NXT bandwagon. I got off on a lot of bandwagons, ladies and gentlemen, and I've moved on. And I believe the best solution for the fan base is, if you are still watching, just move on. I think that's the best healthy decision for you. Because if you continue to support this, if you continue to be in this position, if you continue to just sit and just do the same thing I felt like when back in 2017, I was just like, I was exhausted. I just didn't want to watch anymore. And I just stopped watching, and I felt better. I felt a lot better by watching things that actually I enjoy than just doing this hate watching stuff. And maybe you like videos and you like to say this gets your views. And if it's your job, I'm like, hey, everyone has to make their job somewhere doing something like that. It's hey, talking about this WWE or Impact, Ring of Honor, AEW, or whatever. If you don't like it, and you got to talk about it out. It's your job. It's your job. I would suggest you can find something, but well, everyone's struggling right now. So I'm like, okay, talk about it. But if you're doing this as a hobby or something like that, and you're trying to do all this stuff, I'm like, no, man. I mean, I'm gonna try to look for things I like. Go watch things I like. I'm about doing this because, this is big news and I want to get my full thoughts on this. But I think right now, WE and everything else. Yeah, what's up, G Nation? Exactly. That's why you talk to some people. I mean, I'm in that same boat. I haven't watched a full Raw in years. I usually stream. It's either, well, first it used to be this show, and then I use, like, watch playing some games and such. And let me tell you, it's a lot more fun than watching segment after boring segment and after just terrible segment over and over and over and over and over again. It's just, I mean, it could drive you crazy. It could drive you insane. So I just sit back and not, I'll be like, hey, you know what? You know what? It's best to just go and look at stuff. There's other good stuff out there. Like I said, there's video games. Talk about Super Mario. That thing is like, play one of those games. There's rarely a bad Mario game out there. Have fun with that. Uh, Xenoblade Chronicles. Go down and watch that. Play that. It's great. Story is fun. The gameplay is fun. Most of the beginnings are a little dry, but let me tell you something. Even the worst of it, and I do like the worst beginning of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's a bad start. But my goodness, that bad start pales in comparison to most Monday Night Raws, for more often than not. At least there's actually characters you want to root for and like. I mean, remember that? Remember actually watching and caring for people that are good? So we're like, man, stuff is a little bit mid or whatever, but I like these people. I want to see where this story ends up. Like I said, do stuff that actually makes you feel good. You have too much. There's not enough time in the day. Too much. People are trying, begging, like saying, well, it's like JD New York or whatever, like saying, Boss Man Hunt. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Stop this. Get some dignity for yourself. Stop watching. Go somewhere, do something else. There are tons of things you can do. There's like, you can, hell, go camping, go outside, do something. Do something that will make you feel better. If this is going to be your end. But that's just my personal opinion. Could be wrong. Could be you want to like this stuff, go right ahead, love it. That's you. That's okay. But for me, and I did G Nation 23 and all that stuff, we can take it and leave it. We're like, see, you know what? Have fun. We'll see. We'll poke your heads in on Twitter, see what's going on there. Until then, we're gonna be good. I'm good actually. So yeah, I'm having fun watching, doing things that make me feel better. And honestly, the hate stuff, yeah, I was part of my life once before, but I've moved on. And I think that's most people fans need to do that. And I believe in doing that as well. Thank you so much for watching and being here with me, Dukect, this evening on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you for watching. Big stuff planned this year, positive movements and everything else. And I can't wait till you all will be there with me. Until next time, peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.